So, good morning all. So, this is the video lecture which will give the brief introduction about DA, that is design and analysis of algorithms. So, it is a subject code we are having 18 CS42. So, in previous class, so we have gone with two or three offline classes. So, in that we have already seen what is the program and what is an algorithm, and we have also gone with a concept of how to write the algorithm from the program, so this is the model, first module. We are going into module 1 is introduction to algorithms. Okay, so come for the next slide. So once you study this particular program, so once you study this particular subject, so what are all the things you will be able to understand? Okay, so first you can estimate the computational complexity of different algorithms with their representation notations. So that means you will be having two complexities. One is space, the other one is time complexity. So space and time are very, very important advantages of computer science. So first one is you have to reduce, or you have to use minimum space, and how much time taken for a program to execute, that is called as a time complexity, and how much space occupied by the program to execute, that is called as a space complexity. So that is we call it as computational complexity of algorithms. So that will be the first module. So we have module 5. So first module is computational complexity, finding the space and time complexity with different notations. So come for the second module. Second module we are discussing with design and analysis problem solving using divide and conquer strategy. So in the subject we are having totally 4 methods. So first method is divide and conquer, second method is greedy, third method is dynamic programming, fourth method is backtracking. So all these are the 4 techniques of performing analysis of algorithms. So is my voice is clear? Is my voice is clear? Are you able to? Okay, well and good. Thank you, Pratibha. So how many techniques are there totally in DA? So one is divide and conquer, greedy, dynamic programming, and backtracking. So these are the 4 methods you are having. So using the 4 methods, now you are going to calculate what? So you will calculate space complexity and time complexity. So I'm again telling you what is space. Space complexity means how much space the program will be taken. So how much space we are going to take for a program to execute, that we call it as a space complexity, and how much time taken to type the program, to erase the errors, and to see the output, starting from time taken for typing the program until you get output. So that much time we take it as time complexity. So time complexity will be taken as, so using all the 4 methods. So that is the analysis what you are going to do it in this particular thing. So this will be the end of the module. You will be having all the 4 methods. So module 2, divide and conquer, module 3, greedy, module 4, dynamic programming, module 5, backtracking. So this is the algorithms, what we have, so many algorithms are there. If you can go through this particular image, it will be well and good. So algorithm, these are the words related to the algorithms. So how many words you are having, that you have to see. So come for the algorithm. So algorithm, what is an algorithm is? It is a step-by-step procedure to perform a specific task. So step-by-step writing of the concept using words. So that one we call it as algorithm. Set of rules that is step-by-step procedure is been considered as set of rows to obtain the output from given input. So that is the other terms what we call it as an algorithm. So algorithm will take as a set of input. So input and it derives a set of output. So what is the input? What is the output? We have already discussed in the class. So input for the algorithm is a program. For that program, you will be writing a step-by-step procedure so that it makes any user without knowledge of the program can easily understand. So what is the program? Program is very difficult to understand without any programming knowledge. So that's why we write step-by-step procedure using words to easily understand the program without any programming knowledge. So that when we call it as an algorithm. Okay. So, who derived the algorithms? Everything else. So algorithms are derived from Al-Khwarizmi. So he is the father of an algebra. He is a Persian mathematician, and he is the owner of the algorithms. So who derived all the four types of algorithms? Four types are divide and conquer, greedy. So which are the four methods we have gone with? So four methods are divide and conquer, greedy, dynamic and backtracking. So all these four algorithms are derived by the scientist, and that scientist we call it as Al-Khwarizmi. He is the father of an algebra and a Persian mathematician. So now you come for how to make the tea. So before going into the concepts, so let's see how to make. So let's see how to prepare the tea. So first you need to have the ingredients. Ingredients we have taken it as 1 kettle, 1 tea bag, 1 cup full of water, as much sugar as you want. So here is the person, here we go. So first thing is, what is the thing you will be doing? So boil the water. Okay, so this is the first step. So first you will be boiling the water. So next you will add sugar or honey to that. Pour the water in the cup and add the tea bag. This is the purpose or step-by-step procedure how to make the tea. So what are the ingredients you will take? Tea bag full of water and sugar. So these are the ingredients you will be having. So after that ingredients, first you have to boil the water, add sugar or honey for that. Next pour the water in a cup and add the tea bag. Those who doesn't know how to prepare the tea, for you people you can use this particular procedure. It is first step is boiling the water. Second step is you can add sugar or honey to the boiling water and then pour the water in a cup and add a tea bag. This is a step-by-step procedure what we have used for what we have used in order to prepare the tea. Okay, so if anyone doesn't know how to prepare the tea, you can make use of it. So now you come for the step-by-step procedure of how to preparing Maggi noodles. So for that one particular thing, take 1.5 cup of water in a pan. First step. Okay, because I'm telling all these real world applications because so we have to know how this program is going to work step by step. Okay, before getting into the detail of an algorithm, first we go with the real world examples. So take 1.5 cup of water, heat the pan and water boils, add the Maggi to the pan, cover it. So then you will be covering it with a lid for a minute because it will be 2-minute noodles. Okay, so one minute you have to boil the water, add the Maggi to the pan. Okay, so cover it with a lid and after a minute uncover the lid and add the taste maker to the pan. So if you want to know how to prepare the Maggi noodles, so here is the step-by-step procedure you can use and you can see it. Okay, so all these things I am telling you how to write the algorithm because algorithm will be in step-by-step procedure. So for that particular purpose, we are going to use this particular thing. So, so this is for now what we have taken. So step-by-step procedure for finding the distance. So you are having first step, first route, we call it as first step. Second route, we call it as second step, like that. Okay. So if you want to travel from somewhere, so if you want to travel from somewhere, so you can use this particular thing. So first step, if you want to travel from Puttur to somewhere called Kasargod, so how you are going to travel? First, you have to go with from one place to another place. This is step one. Step one, you will be traveling from here to here. Step two is from next here to here, and step three is from here to here. Step four from here, and finally step five. So this is the step five what we are having. So apart from one step, you have another step also. What is the another step you are having? From here to here you can travel. So from here to here and again here to here. So that is a step what if travel from this location to another location. So again from another location to until you reach destination. So that one we call it as a this one. Okay. So for the books, which are all the books you have to refer before going to module 1, you have to go with this particular books. Okay, it's a complete problematic and real world subject. Okay, because it will be used in all the real world applications. So you have to go with all the algorithms what we are going to discuss in this particular thing. So there are two. One is we have to refer with the introduction to design and analysis of algorithms. That is, who is the author? Author is Anani Levitin. So Anani Levitin is the book. Prepare this book for your course. Okay. So this, see the book. The author is Anani Levitin. Understood? So apart from that, you have another book also. So computer algorithms using C++. So it is Ellis Horowitz and Sarthak Sahani. So these two books, you are going to use it for all the 5 modules, because from module 1 itself, you are not using one book. We are going to use 2 books. So who are the authors you have to refer? So first author we are going is daa using Anani Levitin, and textbook 2 is Computer Algorithms by C++. It is Sarthak Sahani or Ellis Horowitz. So you can go with this particular link also. So apart from that, now you come for the module 1. So before, in today's class, what are all the things you will be having that we shall see here. So module 1, we are just outlining the concepts, outline introduction to algorithm. Okay. So anybody can tell, define algorithm. So can you tell what is the algorithm? Kindly send the particular thing in the chat box. I'm asking the question, define algorithm. What we call an algorithm as? For those who have attended the previous offline classes, can tell what is an algorithm? Kindly type in the chat box. Finite set of instructions that is followed step by step to perform particular task. Any other? Um, Set of rules that must be followed when solving a particular program. Okay. Step by step procedure to perform particular task. Good. Magnatium. Okay, good. Okay, it's well and good. So we have gone with some words. So what are all the things you will be studying this in this particular module 1? So first is introduction, performance analysis, asymptotic notations, mathematical analysis of non-recursive, analysis of recursive, important problem types. So the totally and fundamental data structures. So these are the 7 concepts what we are going to discuss in this particular module, that is module 1. Okay. So come for the under that. So come for the first concept, what is an algorithm? So coming for the definition according to Anani-Levitin. Anani-Levitin, we are giving the step-by-step procedure. So step-by-step procedure means here we call it as finite sequence of instructions. So step by set of instructions to solve a particular problem. A set of instruction is nothing but step by step procedure. All this all will come under same thing. So for now we call it as it's a finite sequence of unambiguous instructions to solve a particular problem. So in addition, it must satisfy the following criteria. So which are the criteria we have? So first one we have input. So input should be there. So keep in your mind what are all the things you should be having. So if input is there, so finally you will get it as output. Okay. So what the input you give, it should be clear. So come for the words I am telling you. So these two are related to input and these two are related to output. Okay. So you will be having input and finally you will get output. So two conditions for input and two conditions for output. So first, what is the input you are going to give? So input is 0 or more quantities. So some input or some program you are going to give it as input and finally you will get it as output. So character criteria for input is it should be definite and it should be finite. So definite means each instruction is clear and it should be finite means it should have finite number of steps. That means it should have countable number of steps. So I will be telling it again. So finite means countable number of instructions. So that is finite. Okay. So definite means, so if you are performing the addition of two numbers, so there should be a plus b equation. So that we call it as a definition, definite. Okay. Finite means, so what all the things you are going to give should be in countable number of instructions. Okay. So these two are related, definite and finite are related with input. So now you come with a correct and effective. Okay, so that is related to output. If you are getting the output, so your output should be correct according to the input given. Suppose you give 2 plus 3 as input. So what should be the output? If you give 2 plus 3 as input, you will be getting 5 as output. If you get apart from any other apart from 5, then we call it as incorrect. Understanding? So for that purpose we are telling, so according to the input you should get correct output and that output should be effective. So how you tell it is effective? So you have different meanings. For correct, the other one is effective. Correct means you give the input, you should be getting it as output. Okay. So upon next, effective means it should take less time and it should be cost effective and it should take less space. That will come, that we will consider it as effectiveness. So what's an algorithm? It's a sequence of finite sequence of instructions to solve a particular problem. What are the criteria of the algorithm? Its input, output. So two criteria for input are definite and finite. Two criteria for output are correctness and effectiveness. Okay. Okay. So can you tell what are the two criteria for input? Which are the two criteria for the input? Which are the, I have gone with criteria for the algorithm, right? So one is input, output, next definite, finite, corrective and effective. So which are the two criteria for input? Definite and finite. Okay. Definite and finite. Okay. So two criteria for output. Two criteria for output. Correctness and effectiveness. Okay, good. Well and good. Okay. So now you come for the algorithm design and analysis process. So what is the algorithm design and analysis process that we have to, you should use all these concepts for all the algorithms what we are going to discuss. So in the upcoming chapters. So what is the first, you have to understand the problem. Okay. So first you have to understand the problem. So decide on computational means, exact versus approximate, algorithm design technique. So first your first thing is what is the problem given and how to write the step-by-step procedure to solve the problem. So first you have to understand the problem and computational means. So how you are going to compute. So computational means you have two concepts we have already discussed. Computing means it is complexity. One is space complexity, the other one is time complexity. So what output you should get and what output you are getting. So exact versus approximate solving. So if you are understanding it as if you are giving 2 plus 3, what is the result? You should get it as 5. But in place of 5, if you are getting 4.99 or 4.8 something, we call it as approximate solving. Okay. So first you have to computational means using space and time. Second one, exact versus approximate, and design technique. Which are the design techniques? Can you tell? Here we are using design algorithms. Algorithm design techniques. Which are the, how many are there? How many design techniques? So here we are given it as algorithm design techniques. So which are the algorithm design techniques? How many are there? Can you tell? We have gone through that in first slide only. Anybody? Yes or no? For design techniques. Okay. Bhavna, yes, good. Is it correct? There are 4 design techniques. Yes. So there are only 4 design techniques. So which are we have already discussed. So First one is divide and conquer. Second one greedy, dynamic programming, backtracking. So you have already gone with module. These are the design techniques. So design techniques, first one is divide and conquer. Second one is greedy method. Third one is dynamic programming. Fourth one backtracking technique. So these are the design techniques what we are going to see in next upcoming. Okay, so there are four design techniques. From four design techniques, you have to choose which one is suitable for your problem. So you have to choose which one is suitable for our problem. So then design the algorithm. So design the algorithm means you have to write step-by-step procedure here. So if you choose one particular algorithm to solve the problem, either you take divide and conquer or greedy, whatever. So if you first you have to decide, choose the technique, then you have to go with a design the algorithm, then how correct is the algorithm chosen. If you have to you have taken one algorithm, so how the algorithm suits to your problem. So prove the correctness by using the algorithm. So if you have designed the step-by-step procedure, then you have to prove the correctness. So prove the correctness using this. So if you prove the correctness, then analyze the program and code the algorithm. So if you are writing correctly, so if it is working correctly for your problem, then analyze. So analyze, that we'll see in the upcoming. So analyze and then code. So what are all the things? First you have to algorithm, first design, analysis, implement and experiment. So first you have to design the algorithm. Next you go with the analysis. Then you go with the, once you analyze, then you implement it by running the program and give input and output and check the results and experiment the code. Okay. So first one is design the algorithm, analyze the program, next implement, write the code and then give the input for the code so it's working properly. So this is the algorithm cycle. So design process, how many steps are there? Design, analysis, implement and experiment. Experiment will go last. Okay, so this is the algorithm design and analysis process. Okay. So what is the algorithm specification? So algorithm specification can be defined in, it is a say we use it in step-by-step procedure. It is in simple English, and if you want you can go with a graphical representation like flowchart. Next you can consider programming language. It can be written for programming languages like C++ and Java, and it can be the combination of above methods. Okay. So that is the, okay, now can you tell which are the phases of algorithm? Phases of algorithm. Which are the phases we have of algorithm? So we have seen that particular concept there. Now itself. How many are there phases of algorithm? Which are those? Kindly type. Design, analysis, implement and experiment. Okay, good. So we are going to specify that particular algorithm. It should be in English and it should be a graphical representation. It has a graphical representation like flowchart, and we have programming language. It is used for programming language like C++ and Java, and it's a combination of above methods. Okay, so this is the algorithm specification. So you can go with this particular for program. you have to write this algorithm. So keep in your mind, if you have come for the offline class, we have gone with some programs and how to write the algorithm. So here also we are going with one particular example. So first, it is one of the sorting technique we have taken in order to sort the elements. So what you are going to do, so for write the programming code, for that we have gone with some of the writing the algorithm that we shall see in the upcoming classes. Okay, so have you understood the concepts? Have you understood up to here algorithm specification? जीवन क्या जीवन के are you there? जीवन के okay, okay. So this is up to today's class. So everyone who have not given the attendance, so everyone use that particular format, that is only to be considered as an attendance. Okay, so this is up to today's class. So here I will be ending my particular lecture. Thank you all.